Hello and welcome to this video. In the last video, I said that you could contact KCC concerning your diversity visa case. And some of you have been asking how to do that. And so in this video, not only will we see how to contact KCC for those who do not know how to do that, but in addition to that, we will compose a sample email. So let's go into that. Welcome back. So let's begin by considering the procedure when it comes to contacting KCC. That procedure is spelled out in your diversity visa selection notification letter, as well as some of the replies you receive from KCC when you contact them. So let's access the selection notification letter and see what is in it. To access it, you have to log into your entry status check. And as long as your interview has not yet been scheduled, you will find your selection notification letter. When the letter opens, scroll down the page to the last paragraph before you get to the case information. This is what we have in that paragraph. If you need to contact the Kentucky Consular Center, KCC, about your case, you may write to kccdv@state.gov. When writing to KCC, you must always include your name and case number as they appear below. You must also include your complete date of birth as stated on your original entry. So this tells you how to send an email to KCC. Now, the next step is to compose the email itself. And to do that, you first have to log into your email. And then you will find the usual components of an email. First, you have the email address that you wish to send your message to. In our case, it is the email address of KCC that we just saw in the selection notification letter, and that email is kccdv@state.gov. And so, for those of you who have been asking for the email of KCC, it is kccdv@state.gov. The next thing is the subject of the email. But for now, just keep in mind the expression information request. In a moment, we will come back to that and develop it. And then we have the body of the email. The body of the email is divided into two parts. The first part is the required pieces of information that we saw from the selection notification letter. And then the second part is the message itself. So let's begin with the required pieces of information that should be contained in the body of the email when you send it to KCC. As we saw in the selection notification letter, you have to include 3 pieces of information in the body of the email. The first piece of information is your case number. So you begin the body of the email by including your case number. On the next line, you include the full name of the principal applicant. In case you are alone in your case, then you are the principal applicant, and it should be your name that should be included on that second line. And that name should be in the order first name, middle name, and last name. And then on the final line, you should have the date of birth of the principal applicant. As I said, if you are alone in your case, then it has to do with your date of birth. And the date of birth should be in the order month, date, and then year. So as example, you could have 2023 AF 000-12345. That's the case number. On the next line, John, that's the first name, Edward, the middle name, and Doe, the last name. And then on the final line, 07-12-1992. And that represents July 12, 1992. You could also specify the title of each piece of information like this: case number 2023 AF 000-12345. Name John Edward Doe. Date of birth 07/12/1992. And don't forget that the name and date of birth are those of the principal applicant. So those are the 3 pieces of information that you must include in your email whenever you contact KCC. Now, to the message itself. The first thing I would like to say is that there is no specific format when it comes to how your message to KCC should be. But there are 3 points that I would like you to remember. And the first of those points is that make the message as simple as possible. The next thing is to say what you want. So in the simplest of terms, just say what you want. And finally, be sure that your message will be understood. So those are the 3 things to take into consideration whenever you compose an email to send to KCC. A simple email expressing what you want and that can be understood. Now let's consider composing our sample email. And our sample email could go something as simple as this. Dear Sir or Madam, please tell me. So remember those 3 words. Please tell me. And then you complete the message with what you want to know. So in case you want to know the status of your diversity visa case, you just add the status of my diversity visa case. So yours will be, Dear Sir, Madam, please tell me the status of my diversity visa case. If it has to do with the processing of your DS-260, then it could be, please tell me the processing level of my DS-260, or please tell me if my DS-260 has been processed. If it has to do with your interview notification, you could say, please tell me when I will receive my interview notification. So please tell me, and then you complete the message with whatever you want to know from KCC. And then you just add thank you. Now, in case you are in the position to elaborate, then it is up to you. But something as simple as this is sufficient. And now back to the subject of the email. I skipped the subject of the email because the subject depends on the message that you include in the body of the email. And we have seen different messages that could be included in the body of the email. And so with that, we can now compose our subject. Remember, I said that you should keep in mind the expression information request. And so whatever the message of the email in the body was, you simply take that message and then you complete it with information request. And so if the message in your email is about the status of your diversity visa case, you simply say diversity visa case status information request. That is, you add information request at the end. If it concerned your DS-260 processing, then it would be DS-260 processing information request. If it has to do with your interview notification, then it will be interview notification information request. So whatever the message in the body of the email is, you simply take that and add information request. With that, let me post 2 things on your screen now. The first one is some of the expressions that you would need in order to say what you want. And right after that, I will post a complete sample of an email to KCC. So here are the expressions. We said you can begin with please tell me, and then you add the expression. So please tell me the status of my diversity visa case or application. Please tell me the condition of my diversity visa case or application. Please tell me if there is any problem or anything wrong with my diversity visa case or application. Please tell me the status of my DS-260 in case it concerns your DS260. Please tell me the processing level or processing stage of my DS260. Please tell me if my DS260 has been processed. Please tell me if there is any problem or anything wrong with my DS260. And in case it concerns your interview notification, please tell me when I can expect to receive my interview notification. Please tell me why my diversity visa interview has not been scheduled. Or please tell me when my diversity visa interview will be scheduled. These are all useful examples. You could use any of them or compose one that suits your situation, and KCC, as part of their work, will send you a reply as appropriate. And then for the email sample, in the to field we have kccdv@state.gov. As subject of the email, diversity visa application information request, and then the email body 2023 AF000-12345, John Edward Doe, 07/12/1992. Dear Sir or Madam, please tell me the condition of my diversity visa application. Thank you. And that is all. So that is it. That is how you go about composing an email to send to KCC. And that brings us to the end of this video. Thanks for watching it. If this channel continues to be of help to you, then don't forget to make your voluntary donation by going to the channel homepage and clicking on the Donate Here button at your upper right hand corner. And I will see you, God willing, in the next video. Goodbye.